Peyton Manning gave up 41 points, but Jeff Garcia's weapons certainly not equal to Harrison, Wayne, or a die. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz and NFL.com's Pat Kirwan with you, breaking down every single NFL game every single week. It's the Saints traveling to Tampa Bay. And, Pat, let's talk about the Saints offense. Nothing really worked last week, a lot of dink and dunk. But they have Colston, they have Henderson. Do you expect a lot of deep balls in this game?
I think they're going to be deep balls, and I think they're going to establish the inside run. And I went back and looked at this team, this Drew Brees New Orleans Saints team, and when they lost last year, they never lost two in a row. And the game after a loss was pretty important and pretty impressive. They averaged 28 points a game after that. So this is a team that's knows how to right the ship.
Yep.
I expect them to come out blazing.
And in that second game last year against Tampa Bay, if I remember correctly, was after a loss. They came out and they played very well, and Colston and Henderson combined for 234 yards in that game. Now, you take Reggie Bush. He didn't have a very good game against Indianapolis either. The whole team didn't. You also have Deuce McAllister on the field. How do you expect them to be used against Tampa Bay?
Well, let's give some credit to what they were up against. They were on the road, and they were playing against an extremely fast defense, which does not play well for Reggie. Reggie caught himself a number of times start and stop, which is what a defense wants him to do. Stop, get him under control, get him circled, get him down. He'll learn from that. He did last year. He went through the same period. It lasted a lot longer as a rookie. He will come out. There won't be a lot of that. They'll be right up the chute. I think one of the things that Sean Payton might do early with him is get him in the backfield and run him downhill and get him into the mode of getting on the field and going downhill, not start and stop in the swing pass stuff.
All right, what about Tampa Bay's offense, though, Pat? Because against Seattle, it had some problems. They got injured a lot. Cadillac Williams, as of Thursday, probably not going to go. We'll see. They're saying it's not cracked ribs, but still very hard to carry the football. Jeff Garcia also dinged up. What does he have to do personally to turn things around?
Well, let's start with Cadillac for a second here. If he plays, now the first thing you're going to have to realize is the New Orleans Saints defense is going to expect to force fumbles. Anytime you're dealing with rib injuries or anything in the upper body and the torso, guys are going to take shots at you, trying to get you to spit the ball up. So there'll be risk if he plays. Look for some fumbles. Look for a lot of attempts at it. Jeff Garcia, he was under siege all day. The protection wasn't there for him. He took a lot of shots. I would say that guy won't last till midseason if he has to take another beating like that. So how do you solve it for him? Get the ball out of his hand as fast as you can. Three-step drop. He likes Stovall. Big slant routes. And then go find Galloway. Because the one thing about Galloway, when you study this guy against the Saints secondary, he scored a touchdown in 5 straight games against the secondary. So I see them throwing the ball deep down the sideline. And I'm not talking about taking 7-step drops. Off the 3-step drop, let the ball go, get it up there, let the guy close on it. When I was at camp, they worked on that play a lot. I didn't see enough of it last week.
And that is the one advantage that Tampa Bay has, is that New Orleans secondary is not very good. Right. All right, folks, we move on to something new on our NFL previews. We look at the AccuScore prediction. It takes into account every possible element from weather to personnel, runs the game 10,000 times, comes up with a prediction. And in the AccuScore prediction of this one, New Orleans wins the game 61% of the time. That's on the computer, though. Pat? The median score here, though, is only 22 points. That's not a lot of points for New Orleans Saints.
And it's getting close to the midline where even the computer can't decide who's going to win the game. I like that. But I like the New Orleans Saints for the reason I gave you before. This head coach and this quarterback have come off losses before, and they've come out of the blocks very strong. I expect them to do the same thing in this game.
All right, Drew Brees twice last year with the Saints, beat the Bucs, 2 wins against the Bucs. Before that, he's 4-0 lifetime against Tampa Bay. The 2 kick off at 1 p.m. Eastern. And for more on this one or any other in Week 2, keep it right here to CBSSports.com. For NFL.com's Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.